And also, I had a long conversation with Dr. Cooper before I went to school and everything, and he had said, opportunity will never surpass purpose. And so I realized my purpose is to heal people and to help people, and how could I ever pass this up?
Welcome to the Miracle Academy. This is your host, Scotty Cooper, and this is where miracles are expected. Hello, this is Scotty Cooper with the Miracle Academy. Today I have a special guest. This is my friend Nikelle GUZMAN. She started off as an intern in our office, and then she ended up becoming one of our team members, and now she's actually in chiropractic school. So she's got a lot of really cool, fun things that she's done and has been doing. Fun little fact about her is that she was a Rams cheerleader, and a really good one at that. She has just a really cool background of a lot of things she's done. But let's just kind of talk about, like, what was your point of view, like, when you first came in as an intern from Cal State Fullerton to come look at interning in the office?
From the start, right when you walked in the door, well, first I've been to multiple chiropractic offices, and the layout and the way you run the business is completely different than any other office I've been in. But also, when you walk into the room, the staff greets you right away, you feel at home, and you walk into a place where right on the wall it says where miracles are expected. And so you feel the sense of energy, healing, everything right when you walk in the door, and you don't even know anything yet.
Yeah.
And before I even talked to, I think it was Korean that I greeted first, was absolutely incredible. And then in my first day of just shadowing, I got to hold a baby, I watched a nutrition, I watched a new patient, I watched people get adjusted, I watched kids get adjusted, which I didn't even realize was possible. It was the most incredible day that I was kind of taken back, and I was like, wow, I'm looking at chiropractic in a different sense than I had been to a different office before.
Yeah.
So
that's cool.
Yeah.
So what helped you make that decision that, like, this is what I'm supposed to do in my life?
I think two big factors played in. First, our practice members. I got to be there on day ones and charting for what was kind of going on with them and listing out everything that they were feeling, and watching them a couple weeks later transform and see their light just shine through.
Yeah.
I realized that I want to be that person that gets to physically do that with my hands. And it's really cool when you think about it, that chiropractic, you don't need any tools but your hands.
Right.
And it has a lot to do with innate intelligence and what created the body heals the body, that we have our hands, we don't need anything else to heal it. And so that was amazing to me. And also, I had a long conversation with Dr. Cooper before I went to school and everything, and he had said, opportunity will never surpass purpose. And so I realized my purpose is to heal people and to help people, and how could I ever pass this up?
Yeah.
So it feels very right. When I stepped into the position, I said yes to chiropractic, it felt so right.
Yeah.
So
that's cool.
Yeah.
So you've kind of mentioned to me before, you weren't always the A student you are now.
No.
So tell us a little bit about how were you in that?
It's actually quite funny. If you know my personality, you'd be like, no, she's not an A student. But growing up, I was always straight C, probably throw some D's in there also, to be honest. C student. But I think it was because people were always talking down on me. And I always had people say, like, oh, Nikelle's just going to get a C. Or my friends were always in the AP classes. And so I just thought, like, oh, I'm just the dumb friend. And for a while, I was like, I don't want to be that person. And so I thought, okay, it started with people saying you're never going to go to college. Mm-hmm. And so when I heard that, I thought, well, I'm just as smart as you are or anybody else. I'm going to go get my doctorates. You know what I mean? Like, I always knew I wanted to be something important in a place of healing.
Yeah.
But me stepping into that position and people putting me down, I think I always was like, no, I could do that.
So, Nikelle, what do you want your legacy to be?
I want my legacy to be that I inspired people. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't matter if you're a little girl, a mom, whoever it is, that if you see me doing something, I want to inspire people to go after and do it, even if you were told that you couldn't.
Yeah.
So that's something that's always been really important to me. And I remember being in high school, a freshman, I made varsity. Yeah, it's a big deal. But I remember thinking, when I'm a senior, I want to inspire all my freshmen below me, or juniors, seniors, sophomores, whatever they are, to rise to the occasion. And that makes me work harder, is putting me in a place of higher for them to kind of, they rise and then I rise. So everyone's working harder around me.
Yeah. So what are some of those ways that you inspire people?
I think I inspire people in different ways. And one of those ways, I like to post inspirational quotes and stuff like that on Instagram. And I do like to post, for instance, like my grades or something, because I think if people know my background and they know, oh, Nikelle's just from Orange County and she's like me, that they can do it too. Right. Anybody can do it too, as long as you take out that interference and you say, like, I'm in this and I can do it. Right. Then they're perfectly capable as well. And so I just want to uplift every single person that I touch. Yeah. And have them rise to the occasion as well. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. A thing we've kind of talked about too is like having the confidence to post your accomplishments and do those things. So what do you, because obviously I feel like you're very confident in the way you speak and the way that you act. Mm-hmm. Where did that come from? How did you develop that? I think it comes from when I would attend an audition, for example. So when I was 18, I auditioned for the Los Angeles Clippers, and I went to the audition thinking, this is not it. Yeah. I'm not going to get this at all, and I didn't get it. Yeah. Obviously, I mean, when you tell yourself you can't do something, you're not going to do it. Right. And so then a few years later, I was a little bit older, I think I was 21 when I auditioned for Los Angeles Rams. I walked into it and I said, I prepared this. I did so many times I couldn't get it wrong. Yeah. I worked out, I ate healthy, I prepared myself professionally, and I walked into the audition and said, why wouldn't you want me on your team? And I looked at it in a completely different way than any other audition that I had been to. Right. And that's kind of changed my view a little bit on everything I do, is why wouldn't you want me? So it's important that, and it doesn't come from a cocky standpoint or anything like that. It's pure confidence, but also to uplift those around me. Right. So I think there's a difference. We talked about that a little bit. Yeah. From cocky to confidence. Right. And that's something that I think too, when you look at it, like the way that we exude confidence is just more like we have clarity in what we do, instead of like, I'm doing this to elevate myself. It's more like I'm clear and I'm trying to provide value for other people. Yep. Right. So Nikelle, what is like some of the things that you've seen here as being a team member from your perspective? Like, what's some of the amazing things you've seen? Some amazing things, and also some of my favorite things to watch is when a practice member comes in for the first time for their new patient evaluation or exam. And I've seen this happen multiple times where they kind of had their shoulders shrugged, they're looking down, they're filling out the paperwork, and it's a lower, dimmer light you can see. Yeah. And so they don't really have an idea what's going on in here, and we're all, as staff members, so excited that they're here. They have no idea what's coming at them. Right. And so then they'll go in the back and go for their consultation exam and everything, and then they talk to you, and you talk about the hallway of life and all that fun stuff. Yeah. And they walk out so much more confident. They feel like they have the package in their hand. They have life in their hand, and they have that opportunity to start over. Yeah. And it's a new beginning for them, and I think that's so incredible, and that's why I love being here, is you guys provide that opportunity for practice members to come in and have that. Yeah, that's really cool. Yeah. And that's something that we really like and are able to do, and I think that that's what really sets us apart. Yeah. Right, from a lot of places. And I think that you're great at doing that, like helping facilitate that, which I think you've kind of known since you've been here. And I think that that's something you've mentioned to me, like your upbringing, you knew you always wanted to do something like that. Yeah. Right? Like, so tell us a little bit about that. Like, I grew up a ballet dancer, and I remember I was always touching feet, like especially with like point shoes and stuff, like your bunions, everything was always hurting. And so my friends would be like, oh, this hurts. And so I would touch them and like touch their feet, or I'd massage their back. And I really didn't know what I was feeling for, but I knew something wasn't right. So I go, okay, maybe if you stretch like this, I would totally make up a whole care plan for them. Like 10 years old, if you stretch like this, then maybe this will go like that, and then totally sounded like a doctor. I mean, I know so much more now, but I always just wanted to help people and uplift them. Yeah. And to have a career, an opportunity where I get to not work, but get to live my life every single day, helping enhance people's lives, couldn't ask for anything else.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So how do you think you've grown since you've been the intern to the team member to now being in school and learning all these things and how to do this? How have you grown, or how have you leveled up?
I have to say our staff, I don't even want to say staff, I want to say my family. My Cooperstown family has helped me level up in a whole new way.
Yeah.
And it was the constant affirmations, positive affirmations, the energy in here. I mean, it's impossible to walk into this room and not feel everybody's energy just bouncing off each other, which is amazing. And then for a really long time, and still to this day, when I come home from school, Dr. Cooper asked me, "What did you learn?" And that held me accountable and helped me kind of look at life a little bit differently.
Yeah.
Every single day is, what am I taking out of the day?
Yeah.
And helping me keep present. I'm not thinking about the past, I'm not thinking about the future, but what am I learning right now?
Yeah.
And that's helped transform my entire viewpoint in life, really.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So what is like one of your other favorite stories of someone that's been here that you got to witness?
One of my favorite stories that I got to witness, it has to be Leilani.
Okay.
I love that little girl so much. And what's really cool is my first day that I came in and I was shadowing, she was a baby and I got to hold her.
Yeah.
Her mom was getting adjusted, and so I was standing around, and Dr. Cooper goes, "You want to hold baby?" And I go, "Okay." I grab Leilani and I'm holding her, and she is just a light, and she has the biggest smile. She was so much fun, but she couldn't walk at that time.
Right.
And I just came home from school and I saw her the other day, and she's walking.
Yeah.
She's a walking rock star. I'm like, when did that happen?
So the story of Leilani, she was born with Down syndrome, and she had been told by the doctors that there were a lot of issues with her heart, and she was going to need to have these different open heart surgeries. And it scared the family and scared everyone, and they didn't really know where to turn. So they ended up coming here. We started working with them, and what we found was that there was an interference within the nervous system, like what we normally look for, right, that was affecting that. When we started to balance the nervous system, allow her body to work like it's supposed to, the heart actually started to heal. And it got to the point where just recently, I think I told you this, her mom came in and said that the doctor told her that she doesn't need any surgeries to the heart.
So
it's
amazing.
Completely healed. And she went from when you held her, she didn't have, you have to hold up her head because she wasn't strong enough for that.
Yeah.
And then as time went on, now, like you said, she's walking around, she's talking, she's messing with her brother, just getting into stuff, moving our chairs around, having fun, and we love it because that was really incredible and a miracle. So. And
I think that's the first time that I got to see truly the power that made the body heals the body. Yeah. And chiropractic's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. So what would you say to someone that was in your shoes when you were in school and you were like, okay, I think I know what I want to do, but I'm not sure. What would you tell that person?
I would tell that person to go after it. Step through the door, go shadow the opportunity. Because here I am. I mean, I had to come do an internship, and so I called you, we talked on the phone a little bit, and I wasn't 100% sold on chiropractic when I came in, but as soon as I stepped through the door, that was it. And then obviously being a staff and intern and everything, I got to see the whole shebang. Yeah. And go shadow it. Give it a chance. Do not take down all those walls, because if you think you can't do it, you can't do it. Yeah. Tell yourself you can, believe in yourself, and go for it. Yeah. No matter what the job is.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you for coming today.
Thanks for having me.
It was really fun. Yeah. I'm sure when you're graduated, we'll have to do another one where you're officially Dr. Nikelle. Yes. That would be really fun. But yeah, if you want to follow her on Instagram, I don't remember your
I don't know it either.
Yeah, just look up Nikelle GUZMAN. We'll tag her.
I'm only Nikelle.
Yeah, exactly. It's the only one. So, but yeah, thank you so much. So this was at Cooperstown Chiropractic, but this was the Miracle Academy, where miracles are expected. Thank you so much.